everyone. So today we're going to talk about something that affects a lot of us, which is being able to trust. Now, a lot of us have reason not to trust, but it doesn't really start there. Now, I want to just go back a little bit. So I want you to imagine that you grow up in a house where there's a lot of fighting and a lot of screaming and a lot of threatening. I'm going to leave the house. The kind of things people say to each other in the heat of a moment. But there are little sponges around because everyone, especially under 7, are just little sponges who soaks up everything that happens around them. So if you have that, or you have a situation where there's a mother especially who is anxious and who is on high alert. And look, I understand that situation because I've been married to an alcoholic, and you watch. It's nearly 5 o'clock and he's going to be coming home. And you don't know. Is it going to be friendly? Is it going to be unpleasant? Is there going to be another fight? Is there violence? There are a lot of things at play for us. And I understand how it was, how focused I was on that possible encounter. It's very traumatic for an adult. It's even more so for a child who internalizes every single thing. And if we are younger than 7, we decide that we have to be better so it doesn't happen. But then we also internalize how the mother is anxious or fearful or watchful or on high alert. And these things, together with other ones, together with the big happenings, wars, being separated from your parents, even for a short time if somebody goes to the hospital, stuff that's not explained to you, which is just what happened, how come I'm in a new school and nobody talked to me about it, and somebody died and everybody's pretending it didn't happen, or a pet died and people pretend that it didn't happen. So we lose trust in the environment around us, and we lose trust in our own judgment, our own opinion. So that's the first thing. If we're an adult, we've got to remember we are surrounded by little sponges. And if we have been a little sponge in one of these situations, we've got to remember that we soaked up somebody else's anxiety and made it our own, and made it our way of looking at the life, at the life that we are having. So the second thing, which is really important in our years of growing up, is that we have to go through all our stages. You can't be a successful 4-year-old if you haven't been a successful 2-year-old. And part of what has to happen around 4-year-old is that you have to separate from your mother. So your mother had to go off, crawl, wow, amazing, stumble, get up, walk, amazing, go play with your friend, I'm going out, you will be fine with granny, that sort of slow separation, but so slow and safe. But I'm cheering you on, little birdie. You can walk, you can crawl, you can fly. I believe in you. That's an essential stage that we have to go through in order to be a successful 7-year-old and eventually an adult. Your parent didn't let you separate because they needed you to be connected to them, which is what it is most of the time. Then you are not going to feel safe enough to explore, safe enough in the world. So that encouragement from a parent and that practicing when you're still small, that is what gives you the basis in order to trust the world more fully. Then we are going to 12 years old. Now, 12, when you get into your teenage years, is when your brain chemistry changes, and then all of a sudden you can become disappointed in your parents. You can give up on them. You can stop hoping. You can stop hoping that they will see you, that they will appreciate you, that they will cheer you on, that they'll be there for you. And that is another very big step for you to decide you can only trust yourself. You can't trust anybody else. So if you take those three essential ones and you join the dots to stuff that happens in life, we are disappointed. We've got friends who don't treat us nicely or stop being friends with us and maybe we're friends with somebody else. And the normal childhood growing up disappointments. Every single one of those will reinforce inside us what our original training have taught us, that we are not safe on our own, yet we can't just trust easily because we're going to be let down, we're going to be disappointed, and that we have to walk around on high alert, which means you don't trust, and that you don't let people in easily because they're going to disappoint you and they're going to hurt you. And as life will do, it will give you disappointments. And every time you have a disappointment, you're going to decide, see, I was right. I can't trust. Now, that is simply not true because you were taught that as a child accidentally most of the time. Nobody knows this, so who's going to teach you this? So, tough luck. You're now an adult. You need to now get on with it, and you have to learn that you can trust. You have to learn that is learned behavior. You can stop dropping your walls. You can start letting in one person at a time. I know this. I did this. I was so scared of people and of trusting and letting anybody in. I really scanned people over and over until I'm sure they really liked me, and then I would let them in so carefully. Oh, drop all of that. You don't need that. But to start with one person, let one extra person in, and another one, and another one, and another one. Drop your walls a bit. Be a little bit more real. And slowly, slowly, you will start seeing that, yeah, some people are disappointing. Some people are really not our cup of tea. Sometimes we're not somebody else's cup of tea. Not all people have the same moral values. Not all people are a fit for us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're not a fit. If you've come into my life, I trusted you. You're a bitch. I'm a bitch. Whatever. Whatever. We move on from it. We don't crumble. We do not crumble. We just move on from it. We only have a fear that we're going to be mortally injured if somebody disappoints us, if somebody betrays us, if somebody don't like us as much, if somebody talks about us. Look, really, talk about me. It's fine. It doesn't injure me. Watch. No bullet wounds from people talking behind me. It doesn't injure me. It injures me if I decide you don't want to be my friend anymore. I'm not going to like it. And it's still not going to kill me. There are lots of amazing people in this world. If you're really not into that friendship with me, I need to find a better tribe. Not going to kill me. May disappoint me. I may not like it. You fall out of love with me? Okay. Sad story. I'm going to be in mourning. And I know how to mourn, so I'll do it bloody properly. Still not going to kill me. I'm going to move on. So it's just understanding that our fear of trusting people has been rooted in a time when we were powerless. Now, who's powerless as an adult? You are not powerless as an adult. You've got a voice, you've got a choice. You can choose how you look at things. You can choose to be crucified by something. You can choose to not be. You can choose to not internalize it. You can go, is there a lesson in this? Is there something that I'm missing? Or, do I just walk away sad, but walk away or try and see if I want to work on this relationship or on this friendship? Or what is it that I'm choosing? But I'm not choosing to let it jump inside me and hurt me mortally. Disappointment and sadness is not the same as crumbling. Understand that you are able to fully feel your feelings without crumbling as an adult. As a child, you didn't know it, but you're not a child anymore. So stay tuned. We're going to talk more about the stuff. Let me quickly see if there's any comments. I don't see any comments. I also don't see any hearts. So, you know the story. I always like a few hearts. Say hi if you're here. Say, mention in the chat if there's anything that you don't understand or want to have more clarity on. So, while I'm waiting to see if there's any comments, please remember, I know a lot of you come in afterwards and you come and watch the replay. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. There's a heart. It makes me so happy. And if you watch the replay, please comment. Again, give us a few hearts there. And if you know somebody who needs this, and who needs this? Oh, so many people, because so many people struggle with trusting, allowing their feelings, and talking honestly about these. So, I don't have a picture of this. I don't think so. I want to share with you our new book that's coming out, Talk, Trust, Feel. And so, which is after the summit that we've done. So, we are very near to publishing this, very excited about this. And it is exactly about these subjects, about talking and trusting a feeling and how to transform it in your adult life. Okay, so if anybody has any questions about trust, I will come back. I'll talk more about it. Very, very happy to do that. If not, then just put your love in the comments, and that's fine with me too. And remember, keep the hearts coming. And I see no comments there, no questions. And that means that I'm going to sign off. And next week, I've got a longer talk coming. Looking forward to that. And hope you're going to join me. And lots of love to everybody who's watching live and everybody who's watching afterwards. And see you next week. Bye.